Hello everyone, and now welcome. Oh, let me check something real fast. Always got to make sure of that. Yep, there we go. Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 1 in a set between San versus DS here on Daybreak. We have San spawning as the red Protoss player on the bottom left-hand side of the map, part of Azubu. Meanwhile, Rush's DS spawning as the blue Protoss on the top right-hand side of the map. Yesterday, we saw Azubu do a complete sweep of everyone, taking 4 straight games. And so far, we'll see whether or not San will be able to continue that streak and make it a good 5 for 6 for team. Was it 5 for 6? Wait, hold on. No. 7 for 8, excuse me, for Team Azubu, as I believe Top had lost 1 game against a Zerg in a very, very impressive fashion. If you guys didn't catch that game, go ahead and check it out. I believe it was from Friday, May 18th. Now, over here on the top right hand side, we can see that DS is just playing a pretty standard Protoss. You can see so far both sides getting down their gateways and getting up their units nearly at identical times. A little bit of an advantage for Rush, not quite sure why. Excuse me, for DS, not quite sure why, as Protoss versus Protoss, one of those matches where you don't see a lot of fast expansions. The reason being, fast expanding in a Protoss versus Protoss mirror match, your opponent can get such a large advantage with units that you simply can't defend it. The Mothership Core with that Photon Overcharge could be enough to try and defend, but it does get rather risky, as Stalkers are able to blink up onto the high ground if given a Mothership Core, and completely bypass a Photon Overcharge over here at the natural expansion. Coming across, you can see the gateways are being placed down. You can see also the Cybernetics Core coming in for both of the players, San and DS. As I already am going to apologize if I say Rush, I really do mean DS. It's not very often that you actually see someone's name before their tag name. Now, coming across down over here, we are going to take a look at the faster gas coming in from San. Both of these players are getting that fast gas, and what this tells me is that they are going to be going for heavy tech. They are not going to be trying to do too much in terms of expanding, as gas is extremely important in a Protoss versus Protoss mirror match. Making sure that you have the gas, making sure that you have enough tech where you have Blink Stalkers and your opponent doesn't, or you have Stalkers versus Immortals. Those are all very, very key points of interest. You can see now the Mothership Core already coming in from DS. Meanwhile, San is not going for that Mothership Core just quite yet, training up more probes and just still cranking them out. Now, with this, DS is going to have a small advantage because he will have more energy on his Mothership Core. However, if he is not careful with this Mothership Core, it is possible that a Stalker can in fact catch up and shoot this one Mothership Core down. Both players moving their way out with relatively similar forces, Mothership Core and Zealot. Oh, the Zealot now trying to make its way in over here. This could be extremely bad news. Yes, the Zealot is going to be taking a little bit of damage, and the Zealot may get taken down before it even kills off a single unit, and oh, there it goes. Nicely played, nicely done. Meanwhile, San is moving out with 1 probe, and it will be spouted and scouted out there as we now see the engagement here. This is double Stalkers, and oh, time warp there. Is it going to be enough? Using a little bit of energy as the Stalkers now going to try and chase down this one particular Zealot. This is not a good fight. Rush is going to be forced to retreat here as we now see a Stalker attempting to take down this pylon. This pylon looks like it may be completed, as the warp gate tech is still going to be completed as well. Is there enough time to warp in all of those units? This is going to be very, very key. The Stalker is backing off just in case there is a lot of units warping in right behind this, but I do not believe units will be coming in here at all. You do not want to strand those units. Oh, this is going to be coming in so close. There it goes, and the Stalker falls. The Zealot now going to fall here. This is not a good position for San at all. San stranding this Zealot on the far side of the map. You can see that another Stalker now trying to make its way over the Zealot. I do not believe we'll get enough damage to take down any units there. What, 400 resources lost versus 150? This one pylon in addition to 2 Zealots, a huge, huge loss, as Nos now tries to make his way over with this one Mothership Core. Now, It is often said when you're behind, just Dark Shrine, but I don't believe that DS is going to get very far with this. You can take a look, harvester count 23 to 25, and now the Mothership Core has arrived, going to pick off one probe, going to pick off another probe, perhaps. No, it looks like the Mothership Core, yes, does get 2 kills there. And now, is the Mothership Core going to be able to back off in time? Yes, it does. So far, we can see a new Nexus has been placed down, and as long as Rush can hold off this Mothership Core, he will be in a very, very good situation. However, you can take a look at the Army supply 19 to 16, Worker supply 28 to 22. This is not going to work out at all, as we now see the recall already heading back home. Immortals are being trained. Dark Templars now out on the field. There is one observer and one observer only. And I believe that observer is just going to be key in this battle. All right, the observer is now backing off. And apparently DS realized that, you know what, there was perhaps a slight flicker or too fast of a response by San. And with that, he realized that, you know what, this one Dark Templar is not going to do any damage whatsoever. Harvester count 25 to 29. Army 25 supply versus 16. A slight worker advantage for San, but we should be getting up this Nexus very, very quickly, and now we are already having a Mothership Core parking itself at the natural expansion. There's going to be a slight delay for San. Meanwhile, at this time, Rush is going to have much better efficiency while mining, as all of these probes here are not even tripled up, some of them not even being doubled up at all. So, analyzing the situation, 2 Immortals, Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries. This is exactly the composition of units you want to be seeing when you see what DS is going to be throwing at him. You can take a look, there is a good number of Void Rays, but what is this? A double Stargate now coming in, and the Stargate play could actually be strong enough to take down the Immortals. Void Rays are extremely effective against Immortals, as the Immortals take the full 20 damage a second to their shields. That is going to be very problematic, and then once the shields are gone, you can arm that prismatic alignment and then take down the unit oh so quickly. Stalkers, Observer now in position here. You can take a look. Rush does have Archons now merging into the battlefield as well. DS realizing that he cannot really do much damage with that, so instead having an Archon to absorb a bit of damage from these Immortals. Down goes the probe, unable to slip away, as we now have a rather large army of Zealots, Sentries, and Immortals. Not that many units there. What is this? I can see one. I thought I saw one, Phoenixes are being trained, but no Void Rays, and I don't know if I quite agree with this. The Phoenixes are not going to be that effective. You can see that there is only 3 Stalkers on the field, a couple of Sentries. What are the Phoenixes really hoping to do? They are not going to be able to get into that much harassment, as the timing on this attack is going to force DS to play defensively. You can see that the Phoenixes are out, but all they can really hope to do is perhaps, they can't really engage here. I cannot agree with what I see from DS. Here's the engagement now. There's the attack there. The Phoenixes are trying to take down the Colossus, but the Colossus does have Guardian Shield on it, making it even stronger against that Phoenix attack. So you can take a look at the Phoenixes are only focusing down that Colossus, and how little to no damage is being dealt at all. Alright, I think a poor composition of units. The Phoenixes finally taking down that one Colossus, but at what cost? The Colossus gets taken down, but everything else of DS has been destroyed. San taking game 1 very easily in this 2-game set. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game 2.